What is going on, YouTube? We are back once again. The United Sim Football Association is here once again for some more football action. You already know what time it is. I'm not here to waste your time. Make sure you like and subscribe. Do what you need to do to get on the field. Show some love to all of our various affiliates. Let's go ahead and get this one rolling, man. Let's get into it. Got Pittsburgh and St. Louis coming up in this ball game here. We seen Pittsburgh in last week in the primetime game on Twitch on Sunday. They could not get the victory against Anchorage, and they are sitting currently with a 0-6 record. A loss here, they will go the full half of the season without getting a victory. They've came close a good amount of times, but they just could not get the job done. We'll have to see what they do in this next game here. But St. Louis, they're going into this game with a 3-3 record, so they're looking to try to get some dubs as well, get back into the fold of the playoffs, and they're doing real good outside of that this season. They've been a little bit up and down. They have the best quarterback, in my opinion, with Rebecca Montaigne, so it should be a solid day for her. But Pittsburgh already know how they do. They're going to fight until the very end. So let's go ahead and hit that play game button. Let's go ahead and get into it. Make sure you show some love. Like I always say, it's going to be a fun ride. We're still getting going. I have a few things in the works with a few new people that you never heard from before, more than likely. But there's some good people. And I think it's going to help boost up the meta for what we could do here in the USFA, so watch out for that. As we set up here, Pittsburgh and St. Louis is going to start this one off. Looks like the kickoff is coming your way pretty soon. Let's get into it. Kickoff, and we are here in St. Louis, Missouri for this ball game, taking it from the 6-yard line. Looking for a lane is Mike, and they'll take that one to the 31-yard line. Let's set this bad boy up. I got my headphones turned up. St. Louis, they got themselves a new uniform item. As you can see, they're rolling with the red and yellow bottoms. I'll have the tops available for them maybe next week. So maybe next time they're on the home side of things, I'll give them the red tops and the blue bottoms. You never know. I'm trying to pick some of these things in with these new teams, as Jim Carr is going to get his first completion of the day. A gain of 9, and I do have the week 6 highlight tape already on YouTube. I got everything rolling for you. Let's go ahead and get into it. Looking at the last champions: Tacoma, Huntington Beach, St. Louis, Huntington Beach, Tacoma, Huntington Beach, and we'll see what happens in season number 7. Mike is going to get a first down gain. His first carry goes for 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Pittsburgh's already on the move. I don't know what it is, but the game looks a lot crispier right now. This one, I don't know if something I did, but it looks real nice, I must say. Jim Carr looking for a man. Quick pitch and caught by Mike. Going to try to run through a couple of defenders, but he's going to get another gain of about 9. 2nd and 1 coming up here for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh with a solid drive to start this one off. Looking to hand it off here. Decent blocking, but he's going to get stopped short as Mike before he could get the first. He's going to make it 3rd and 1 coming up. Me personally, I will try it again, but St. Louis has a good defensive front. They won't make it easy. And they are going to try him again on the right side. First down, cut back. He's going to make it past the 40. He's going to be 1st and 10 coming up here for Pittsburgh. Looks like Biff Markham was there on the tackle to stretch him out, and they didn't have enough juice there to slow him down. Pittsburgh remains on the move.
Drop deep, drop deep. Tight, tight, watch left. Tight, tight, watch left.
Going to pass it again. Quick pitch, and that is going to be incomplete there to Johnson. It's going to be 2nd and 10 coming up. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you like those St. Louis bottoms. Me personally, I love them. They look so nice. They're one of my favorite uniform sets I made in this league, in my opinion. Going to pass on the run. He's going to find his man. Going to get close to the first down, and he is going to get the first down running through a defensive player. There goes Isaiah Fowler. And if you remember his name, he was that player that made the last touchdown for Pittsburgh in a lot of coverage. And he got the job done on this play too. Nice job.
On the set. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. Quit talking about it and bring it. Go.
Going to send a man in motion here. Will they get the hike off? And they will not. Unfortunate there. It looks like it was almost hiked, but you got to get those motions quicker if you want to get the job done. It's going to be 1st and 15 now. Nothing, a solid pass on first down can't fix. They're going to send another man in motion here, and they do it quicker this time around. They're going to hand the ball off though to the right side. Sheds off one, and getting close to the first down mark is Mike Hawk. He's going to get a gain of 10 on that play. 2nd and 5 coming. And that definitely gets him in field goal range. I'm sure Pittsburgh is looking for a lot more than just 3 though. Setting up 2nd and 5 here.
Crunch time, defense.
Going to pass it again. Got a lot of coverage. Going to pitch it. They're going to get the toe drag swag. Make it 3rd and 5, but his feet was not in bounds. I thought he caught it. Is that worth the challenge? But I don't think Pittsburgh's going to go for it. That was pretty close, but I thought he had both feet in. But not to be here. 3rd and 5 coming up.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
St. Louis hasn't quite found the answer, but they're going to quick pitch it. Then they're going to find number 15. Turn upfield. He's going to get stopped before he can get it. Not to be. It's going to be 4th and 1. Looks like he didn't cut up quick enough there. But that is a bot player for a reason. He doesn't have quite that elusiveness, that juke speed. And he's going to be stopped a little short, but the offense is going to stay on the field. They're going to see if they can try to keep this drive alive. Quick pitch and caught inside the 10. They go and roll into the 6. That's going to be 1st and goal. Great play. And Mike comes through in the clutch. That was a real nice slant route there. Everybody went towards that middle of the field. And it worked out in favor of Pittsburgh. So far, it's working.
Just like that.
I know a lot of teams in the league, they don't want to be that team to give up the victory over to the homies in Pittsburgh. But there's got to be one point where this Pittsburgh team puts it all together in a full game, because they've been close in a good amount of games up to this point, but they have yet to put it all together. So I'll have to do a change on the ticker there. In my personal opinion, I'm pretty sure Anchorage should be in the number 3 spot at the current moment. Quick pitch and dropped. And that's, once again, right to a bot player. Could not get it down. I think the receiver got in his way too. It's going to be 3rd and goal here. And he had the ability to get the touchdown too. So we'll see what happens on this play here. St. Louis looking to get off the field. Got the bunch set, looking for a man. It's Carr looking end zone and overthrows everybody. That's not going to be good to go. It'll be 4th and goal. Pittsburgh will have to settle for 3. Those are the drives you definitely want to get a touchdown on. St. Louis, they went with the bend but don't break formation, and it worked out in their favor. Nita Dickamy, she's looking to get the points on the day for Pittsburgh, and it looks like she's going to do, well, looks like she's not going to do that. That's going to be wide to the left. It's going to set up 1st and 10 at the 20 here for St. Louis. Thought that would have been some easy points, but not to be. And that's just some of the problems we've seen from this Pittsburgh team. But we'll see what Rebecca Montaigne and the gang can do as they move the tight end in motion to the left. They're going to go ahead and hand it off to the left. And there goes Namey trying to get the first himself. And he's going to get a gain of 9 on that play. That was actually Herrick Dennery on the play. 2nd and 1. Very hard-nosed runner. He hardly ever goes down going backwards unless there's like 3 to 4 people in front of him. And worked out on that play. 2nd and 1 coming. They're going to try to hand off again. Going to be the first down to Namey McNamerson. A gain of 3 will make it 1st and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
As the first quarter starts to wind down ever so slowly, Pittsburgh wasted a lot of time, ended up getting nothing out of it. Unfortunate for them, but St. Louis has a chance to show them how it's done. Almost got that man offsides, not to be, looking for the quick pitch and caught it. Going to get leveled though before he could get too far. That was Ansel Tavian with the catch. It's going to be 2nd and 4 coming up. I got complimented about me knowing the players' names. I mean, you see them so many times, you're gonna end up learning them as you go, especially me being the top dog in the commentary team. You see a lot of plays, you see a lot of players. Hand off again, and he's gonna get shut down before he could get too far. It's gonna be 3rd and 3 coming up. And that's the question that you kind of have to think. Pittsburgh, they are 0-6, but they drafted a lot of defensive linemen. Was that the right move for them? Do you think they needed a little bit more in the secondary or in the linebacker core to make it a lot easier for them to stop the defenses? That's a question to have to think about. But right now it's a first down to the 50. Found that man right there. Is going to be 1st and 10. That's a bot player right there, Kumaro. And it looks like Pittsburgh had someone right there to make the play, but he ran into his man. The drive shall continue here. St. Louis is on the move. 1st and 10. And they're going to hand it off again. It's going to be getting it to around the 47-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 6. Looks like Cassandra Raquina making the stop. And yes, I do have my player numbers sheet up. But we'll talk about Pittsburgh when they get back on the field. You already know how I do. 2nd and 6 here. Going to pass it this time around, and it's wide open. Kevin Lee trying to run through a lot of defenders. He's going to get to the 34. St. Louis is moving it slowly but steadily as the first quarter starts to wind down. A gain of 12 on that play. Gus Peck, the linebacker, with the stop. Passing it again is Montaigne, looking for completion number 4. She's going to take off and throw it away right before she got sacked there. That's where the awareness comes into play. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Right there, 56. Target.
2nd and 10, quick pitch, and it's going to be dropped by the bot player. Once again, the bot player is showing their face a little bit in this ball game, but it's going to be 3rd and 10 here. Pittsburgh has a chance to go into the 2nd quarter with the stop on 3rd down. It's definitely a good time as ever if Pittsburgh wants to get off the field. Going to pass it here. Looking for a man is Montaigne in the middle field. Caught. Trying to move up and not going to get it. Pittsburgh's defense stands tall as we close quarter number 1. And we are still at 0s. Make sure you like and subscribe. Like I always say, we got a lot of things around the pike. I just love all y'all, man. That's all. It's all love for here. I ain't trying to hurt nobody. I just want to produce some great commentary. And St. Louis wants to get some good stuff going on. It's going to make the catch for the first down. St. Louis says they could convert on 4th down too. You better watch them. It's going to be 1st and 10. And Namey McNamerson comes out with the play. It was honestly a really well-designed play. There was a lot of routes going a lot of different directions. Worked out in favor of St. Louis there. Now this drive shall continue. Going to be a handoff again to Namey, and he's got a little room, and he's going to get around 6 or 7 after the last push. It's going to be 2nd and 3.
Bus stop. Ready up. No, off. Even. 4 down. Even.
Handoff here. Look for a lane. There's a big one. A fumble and picked up by Pittsburgh, taking it, shedding off one man and falling to the 20. And I think that's the biggest play we've seen so far in week 7. You know I got to clip it.
Mike's 59.
Good job there by Pittsburgh. So both teams have a pretty long drive, only to go down on that one. Throws that one away. Looks like he tried to hit Corby and Crimson on that one. It's going to be 2nd down and 10.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Get in the weight room.
Almost got him off sides, but not to beat. Quick pitch and caught. Turned up the field, and that's going to be Corby and Crimson. We'll talk about the rest of the roster here, but a great job there by the rookie wide receiver. Let's see if I could bring this bad boy up real quick. I thought I had it up, but I don't have it up. I got to bring it up. But regardless of that, Pittsburgh's drive shall continue here. Okay, it's coming up finally. 10 minutes left in the second. They're going to fake it to Mike. Looking for a man. Tossing its left side and incomplete. In some coverage. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Second down coming up here.
Mike's fofo.
Gonna pass it again, looking for a man. Then Mike is gonna be wide open for the first down, running through 2 defenders before getting sat down at the 47. That'll keep the drive alive. 1st and 10 coming.
Check. 18 Cardinal.
Hey, keep it up.
Ready.
We're gonna pass it again. Looking for Mike again and caught. Getting close to the first down mark. Did he give it to him? Yes, they did. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 43.
Ready. 44's Mike. Check.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up.
And it's going to be a handoff this time around. There goes Mike, and he's got a lot of room. You better watch him. And he's going to get taken down by Preston Dotson and I believe Blaze Baxter. But regardless of that, it's going to be 1st and 10 there for Mike and the gang. I told you, it takes like 2 or 3 players to bring that man down. You never want to give up any steam when he has that move. Pittsburgh once again with the successful drive. They just got to put some points on the board. They're going to give it to Mike, and he's got a lot of room again, close to the 20. It's going to be 2nd and 5 coming up.
You got him. You got him.
Mike has been very efficient running the football for the most part. He's been running over 5 yards a carry. The problem is that Pittsburgh, in a few games, they haven't really been close enough to where they could keep the run game going. And that's been a little bit of the issue there. And I see Pittsburgh is utilizing him a lot more in the receiving game. Pitching is going to be caught again, but he's going to be dragged down before he can get the first. 3rd and 1 coming. And I know I've been tripping. I was supposed to say the player names here for Pittsburgh, but I'll go ahead and, if they get the first down, I'll go ahead and do it.
I can't believe they let you play.
You tell me what to do, Pittsburgh. They're going to fake the handoff here, looking for a man, and pitching it, and caught for the touchdown. That's easy money. Jim Carter Johnson makes the score. That's a real nice play. That's a real nice pass, and since I did promise that I was going to do it if they got the first down, I'll go ahead and set it up here. Kick is up, and kick is going to be good. A 9-play, 80-yard drive lasting 4 minutes. And I'll go ahead and talk about him since we got it up. Let's go ahead and do it. You seen Jim Carr? He's the quarterback. He threw that touchdown there. You seen Mike Hawk? He's number 69. Real good running back. Been in the league for what I believe is 3 seasons, if I can remember. JoJo Tidwell Jr., Corbian Crimson, McDonis Magna, and Isaiah Fowler. Those will be the wide receiver sets there. Even though it didn't go to either one of those wide receivers on a touchdown, they're all great. So make sure you watch out for them. The kicker / punter, you seen her on the extra point there. That's Anita Dickamy. And then on the defensive line side of things, let's talk about defense. They have 4 of them. I said it before. They have Todd Ziegler, Thax Brightmore, Cassandra Roquena, and Tank Jones. Those would be the defensive linemen there. Linebackers would be Heavy D, Gus Pack, and Colt Wetzel. And on the defensive back side of things, they have John Fowler and CJ Bird at cornerback, Angel Flugel and Mitchell Lott at safety. So that'll be the Pittsburgh team right there for you, doing their thug thizzle. I ain't mad at you. And we'll talk about St. Louis right next to it in the sheet. I can't be mad at you. Quarterback will be Rebecca Montaigne. You see her line up right there next to who I believe is Namie McNamerson. I can't see the number from here, but he's a beast in his own right, halfback. They're going to pass it to him, and he's going to get hit immediately before he could turn upfield and do something crazy. They have another halfback, though. We seen him on the first play of the game. That was Herrick Denry. So not Derrick Henry, Herrick Denry. Wide receivers, they have 2 of them. Chris Cross, they just got him off a trade from Tampa Bay. And the wildly veteran Kevin Lee in his 2nd season. Going to be handing this off again, looking for the crease, not to find it though. Pittsburgh standing tall. It's going to be 3rd and 4. Tight end will be Ansel Tavian. I believe he has 1 catch up to this point in this game. And then they have a kicker / punter as well. His name is going to be Brent Skoma. So far, he's the best kicker in the league from what I've seen statistically. So got to give it up to him. We'll see what happens on this 3rd and 4, though. We'll talk about the defense pitching this again. And it's going to be incomplete. And it looks like St. Louis will have to give the ball up. But we'll see the defensive players in a little bit here. Let's talk about them. Defensive linemen will be Blaze Baxter, Jesse Leyva, and Terrence Goldsberry. Linebackers will be Rock Blazer, Biff Markham. And then cornerbacks, they have Gun Marabic and Tamiris Green. Safeties will be Shallow Marino, Preston Dotson, and Stevie Glade. So shout out to the homies there as he takes this one past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Pittsburgh looking to increase the lead. Looking at the time for the video, we're at 23 minutes. Here comes Jim Carr again on the run and throws it to Mike. He's got some room and he's going to get tackled immediately before he can get too far. A gain of 6, though. You can't be mad at that.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come.
And they're going to pass it again as Jim Carr pitching it and almost throws a pick right to Rock Blazer. He already has a pick 6 on the year. He's looking for take number 2, if you will. 3rd and 4 coming up. Definitely manageable here for Pittsburgh, and definitely manageable for St. Louis to get off the field as well. Which of these teams will find the juice? Going to pass it again, middle of the field, and almost throws it right back to Rock Blazer. And once again, he just cannot hang on to the football. You already know Jim Carr has a rocket, so maybe that was it. But regardless of that, St. Louis is going to get another stop on 3rd down. Sending this one away here. Take this one to around the 26-yard line or so is going to be
All day.
First and 10 coming up here for the Archers. Up to this point, they have no points. It's kind of weird to see. I'm not even going to lie to you, but that's part of the process sometimes. Sometimes the offense doesn't click the way you need it to be. But they have all the time in the world to change that narrative. First and 10 at the 26. The final 4 minutes of the first half. They're looking to get something going. Pitching and caught. Ansel Tavian's going to get leveled as he crosses the first down line. I believe that same player made the fumble too, so he's a beast now. You better watch him. Luckily for Ansel, he held on to that one. That was a big hit. I'm not even going to lie to you. First and 10 coming up.
Know your job. Mike 56, Mike 56. Defense.
Looking for a play. Tossed in the middle of the field and caught by Tavian again. Going to get to the 46-yard line, and it's going to be first and 10. Just all the time in the world for Rebecca Montaigne. You never want to see it. Got to get that pass rush up. Kind of have to get in her face a little bit. That's the best way to take down Rebecca Montaigne in the game. They try to set the edge, and they do a pretty damn good job, if I do say so myself. They only gave up 1 yard on that play, and Pittsburgh actually got lucky there. If he was able to turn that corner, there was a lot of green ahead. Passing it again, looking, middle of the field and caught again. That's Kevin Lee this time around. And regardless of the short tackle that they made, Pittsburgh's going to allow the first down. Pittsburgh trying to get off the field, but they've been giving up some plays on this particular drive. St. Louis closing in on field goal range, and they're looking for another pass here in the middle and caught by Kevin Lee. I thought that defensive player was going to snag it, but it was right behind them. It's going to be first and 10. Let's see if we get that premium angle to see how tight that window is. Yes, it is, and that honestly should have been picked off. Number 33 was not paying attention, nor could he react to the pass. But that's just how good Rebecca Montaigne is. She doesn't leave a lot to be wonder. She does her job well, and she's going to get another first down right there to the bot player Kumaro, make it first and 10. St. Louis is trying to tie this ball game up before we hit the half. And they will get the ball back too, so they'll have a chance to flip it, get another score, take the lead. You never know. Almost got him off sides, not to be. Going to be passing it again. It's Montaigne. They send a blitz this time around. Does not work, and he's just going to lose the football at the last second. And that was another bot player there. Seeing some of those errors there that can only be fixed by a user player, in my personal opinion. Seen a lot of bot players make plays and make blunders in this one, but St. Louis has 1 minute to get into the end zone. They're going to fake it to Namey, looking for a man in the middle of the end zone, and incomplete. Not to be there. 3rd and 10 coming.
Don't get nervous.
I'm going to pass it again here. Looking, and Montaigne's going to run on and throws that one away on 3rd down. And Pittsburgh's defense stands tall. They're going to look to hold St. Louis at 3. Great job overall from this Pittsburgh defense. Right when they needed to, they got the job done. Did you all hear about that John Morant news in the NBA? That's crazy, but expected. He's been tripping. I don't know what's been wrong with that kid. He acting like he's a gangster. He ain't no gangster. He ain't built like that. But St. Louis is built for some points. They'll get 3 on that field goal to cut that lead down to 4. Now Pittsburgh has 3 timeouts and 55 seconds. Good job overall from the Pittsburgh Roughnecks there, trying to get something rolling. Not sure what Pittsburgh could really do in 55 seconds, but anything is possible. Sending this one away here. Pittsburgh's trying to do some damage, but not on this kick return. He'll take the knee. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming up.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike, check. 59.
And they're going to pass out of it real quick. Looking for a man. Going to take off the run a little bit on the run and just throws this one away. Not to be. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Jim Card just a little over 50% completion percentage. He's looking to try to increase it here. See if he could get his team down the field. They're definitely going to need the passing attack to get that job done. So let's see how he manages it. Quick pitch, and there's no one over there. Miscommunication for sure. And once again, I think if he just waits a little bit, he'll have a man open on that same side. Some of the errors you see. Trying to get something rolling here.
19 Tiger. 59.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Check 26. Check 26.
And looks like they're going to hand it off this time around. Mike is going to run into a crowd. There's a flag on the play as well. And that's going to be on the homies in Pittsburgh. So nothing doing there. They're going to have to give it back to the Archers. And they'll have essentially all the time that Pittsburgh had in order to do something. Sending this one away again. Trying to get something going. Looking for a lane to return it. He's going to take it to the 45-yard line. And if St. Louis could get somewhere between 30 to 35 yards, they'll be in business. We'll see if they can do it here.
Got it. Ready? Mike.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
Watch left. Watch left. Let go. 65. 65.
Montaigne looking for a man. Tossing this middle of the field and incomplete. Try to get that crossing pattern, but not to be. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Looking at Montaigne's stats, it isn't looking that great either.
Ready. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Rabbit. Ready. 56, Mike.
Gonna pass it again and toss it to Name. He's getting chased down by Thax, and he's going to reach out to make the tackle. A great play there as St. Louis calls their first time out. It's going to be 3rd and 4 coming. A little bit of a drop frame right there. Nothing wrong with it.
The mic. Wild Bill. 43's the mic, boys. 43.
Gonna pass it again. Looking. Tossing this one, middle of the field, and wide open. Ansel Tavian juke move to the 25. Exactly what the doctor ordered. St. Louis is in business for some points before the half. And Ansel Tavian's been coming through in this drive pretty much in this game so far. A lot of tight ends have been making their waves in this league. You've seen Vic Dotson, you've seen Antonio Lewis with a 3-touchdown game. You've seen Frederick Kaiser with a huge gainer last week as well for the score. A lot of things can happen, and there goes Ansel once again with the catch as St. Louis calls their final timeout. Will they settle for the points, or will they try to get the touchdown? I've seen a lot of teams try to go for it here, and it doesn't go well if they don't have a lot of time or a timeout on the clock. And they will keep their offense on. So Pittsburgh, all they really need to do is keep them in bounds. and they'll keep him to 3 points, looking for a man. And it's going to be passed left side. It's going to be caught, and he stays. It actually goes out of bounds on that play. 2nd and 5 coming right at the 10-yard line. Now, will they try it again is the question. See if they could get a quick hitter. And they are going to keep their offense on. Risky business here. They better hit those sidelines if nothing's open in the middle. Going to pass it again is Montaigne. On the back foot and throws that one away. Smart play for sure. Avoids the sack as well. And there's only 5 seconds left, so there's not too much that you can really do. Well, technically you could try one more time, but not really a point. Might as well take the points while you can get it. They agree with me. And Pittsburgh's defense holds St. Louis to potentially 6 points. And it's going to be doinked in. Oh, that was interesting enough. That's going to be another field goal for Brent Skoma. Wasn't pretty, but when it gets the job done, do you really care about how it looks? That's what's the most important. Pittsburgh will hold the lead going into the half, though. But their problem is St. Louis is going to start with the football. Pittsburgh gonna get this kickoff. It should go into the end zone, I'm gonna assume. He's got a boomer for a kick, and it actually isn't, but he is gonna take the knee. Mike is gonna try to risk it for that biscuit there. Me personally, I would have returned it if I was him. If it was me, I would have did exactly what he did. I would have kneeled that football down. But there's gonna be 2 seconds left in this first half. Pittsburgh is gonna take the knee and see what they could do with another set of quarters in front of them. But I'm sure they'll take a 1-point lead. That's the first time in quite some time where Pittsburgh went into the half with the lead. So I'm sure they'll take it, but they got to give it back to St. Louis. And this is going to go into the end zone, and Kevin Lee's going to take the knee as well. 1st and 10 coming up here. Montaigne by herself, sitting pretty in the shotgun with 5 receivers, looking for a man. Going to toss this one to the right side. It's going to be caught there by Namey. It's going to be 2nd and 5 coming up.
Oh, yeah! Check 56. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Going to pass it again. It's Montaigne, and they're going to get sacked. Not to be Todd Ziegler with the play. I believe Tank Jones is back there too. He's going to set up 3rd and 10. Great pass rush. And Montaigne, she actually, one of those defensive players actually got a hand on her before she got all the way down. And that's going to set him up to a 3rd and 10 situation. Pittsburgh trying to get off the field here. Montaigne pitching it, caught. There's Kevin Lee taken down, but I think he got the first. And they are going to make it 4th and inches, actually. Not to be. I thought he actually had it, but the referee says that his knee went down before he crossed the mark. St. Louis keep their offense on the field is the question. No, they will not. But we've seen Hertz talk about how they have the best passer in regards to the punters here. They're not going to test it. They're just going to send it away to the 37-yard line is where it's going to get stopped. And Pittsburgh's on offense once again. If they could get a touchdown, that could definitely help their chances.
Double tight.
And they're going to hand off. Looking for a lane is Mike, and going to get shut down. Not to be. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
I see you, boy. I see you.
Looks like Dotson on that stop. One of the bot players getting the job done. Is 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. I'm coming. I'm coming. Check.
Looking for a play. They're going to give it to Mike again. Going to try to shut off a man, and not to be. Shut down before he could get too far up the field. It's 3rd and 7 coming up. And it looks like another bot player gets the tackle.
Ready. Where's the mic? 44's mic. Check. Man, that's trash.
Pittsburgh's looking to get the ball up the field a little bit more. They're going to pass it, and a little too late on the pass. He couldn't turn up the field like he wanted to. That's going to be a stop forced by St. Louis. 4th and 5 coming up. Sending this one away to the right side. Looks like it's going to take around the 25-yard line. Kevin Lee taken down at the 31. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming up.
Let's go. Ready up. 3's the mic. 43's the mic. Watch the curl. Ready, go. 3's the mic. Watch the run.
Handoff here, looking for a lane, and there goes Namey to try to get a few. See right there, 8 for 33 so far in this one. It's going to be 2nd and 3.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Going to give it to Namey again, trying to run through a defensive lineman, and he got close to that 1st down mark, but it's going to make it 3rd and 1.
Oh yeah, and here we go again.
Passing it again, and almost throws a pick. And there goes the defense coming through for Pittsburgh. Will St. Louis keep their offense on the field? Sending this one away to the left side. Another punt coming up. Going to be Mike taking this one close to the 35-yard line, making the 34. Pittsburgh up to this point, they've held the lead. It's been a 1-point lead, the lead nonetheless.
Here we go, Shaq. Panther 60. Y'all not ready. 44.
Passing it again, left side wide open. Going to try to get past the man was Isaiah Fowler. He's going to get 6 on that play due to the forward progress.
Ready? 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Nice, sweetheart.
They're going to give him a handoff this time around. Look at the cutback cheese running straight into the arms of Preston Dotson, but he'll take the 1st down nonetheless.
Tiger. Oh, here we go. Oh. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check.
Handoff left side this time around. Good blocking, and there goes Mike turning upfield and getting pushed out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 8 on display, and they move into St. Louis territory. And this is what normally the best teams will do. The defense will hold strong, and then the offense can find a way to make plays. But it's just Pittsburgh. They have to keep the pedal to the metal. And me personally, I'll keep it on the ground. Give it to number 69. It worked out a little bit on that play, but a good pass rush there by the homie Leva. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
They don't want it,
But what do you have to lose? Give it to number 69 again, or at least that's what I would do in the situation. St. Louis does look ready for the run play if they was to do it. But they are going to pass it, and it's going to be caught, turn upfield, and going to get tackled before he could get past the mark. But actually, they're going to call it a first down due to forward progress. I'm not a fan of that call, me personally. He was able to turn upfield after the catch. I'm not a fan of that call, actually. And it actually is working in Pittsburgh's favor. The drive shall continue. They're going to send number 13 in motion, going to fake it and hand it off, and he's going to run straight into two defensive players of the homies in blue and red. A gain of 2 on that play.
Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59. What we got?
Passing it again is Jim Carr. Looking for something going. He throws it on the run. And luckily for him, he doesn't get sacked or loses the ball via the fumble. But it's going to be 3rd and 8 coming up.
Ready?
Pittsburgh got him off sides. Free play coming. Wide open man to the left side. There goes Johnson. Turns upfield and gets the first down. Perfectly timed, and it definitely helped out that they got the playoff when he was off sides. They'll get to the 30. Looking at the clock for the video, we're at 47 minutes. Going very smooth, if I do say so myself. Pittsburgh, they came off of a game that was winnable, but they're making this game winnable. If they could keep their offense strolling along, they're not having the big plays, but they're making the plays enough to make it work. And there goes running into Preston Dotson again as they get inside the 25. Mike with one of his better games we've seen from him. And like I said before, Pittsburgh, if they're in the game to where they can run the football, it will make it a lot easier for them to actually use them a lot more. And it's definitely working in their favor here as they're getting closer to the 4th. Here goes Jim Carr, caught again inside the 10, and another play there. That's a dot right there from number 4, and that's going to take him to the 9. Great pass right there. Pittsburgh's trying to punch this ball in.
It's our field.
Hand off here. Look for Atlanta's Mike. Going to run into a couple of defensive players. But he's going to take it to the 3. He's going to make it 2nd and goal. I think if Pittsburgh really wants to get the job done, I recommend that they find a way to get into this end zone any way possible. Even if it takes going for it on 4th down, make it possible. Make it happen, Captain. Looking for a man. Throws on the run, just throws this one away. There was defensive players all over on that play. 3rd and goal.
Hey, here we go. 44, Mike, 44.
Going to pass it again. It's Jim Carr under a little pressure. Going to throw it right at the feet of Johnson, and I don't think he was going to be able to turn upfield and make the score. It's going to be 4th and goal here. And me personally, I said what I said. I still think that they should try to keep the offense on the field, try to get it. Worst case scenario, you'd be able to hold them inside the 5, but they're going to go ahead and take the 3 points if they can knock it through. Here comes Anita. Kick is up, and the kick is going to be good. So Pittsburgh's lead goes back up to 4. But Pittsburgh's team is playing valiantly, but they're not out of the water yet. St. Louis is just 1 touchdown away from taking the lead, and you can only imagine not going into the end zone at least one time in this game is really stifling this St. Louis team. They went to the red zone twice and they got 2 field goals out of it. So it's not like they're unable to do it. They just got to be able to punch the football in. And that's going to be a touchback right there. Not going to be returnable. And we got the final 11 seconds here in the third quarter. Up to this point, Pittsburgh, they've been playing a valiant effort. St. Louis, they haven't really been playing up to snuff like we're used to seeing from them. But worst case scenario, this is a game where it really won't affect them too much in the standings.
Pick it up. 43 is the mic, boys. 43.
They're going to pass it again as Montaigne and has a man open once again. Off the mark here for Rebecca Montaigne.
Go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
You.
Turn up.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Got one.
Passing it again under a lot of pressure, but still finds Namey. Turning upfield. Going to get the first down. Going to juke a little bit. Juke again. Gets to the 40-yard line. And he mixing it up a little bit as we close out quarter number 3. Let's go ahead and get to quarter number 4. Let's do it.
Hang with us. 56 the mic.
And it's going to be Rebecca passing it again. Another screen play. This is how you switch up the offense a little bit. Turning up the field to get the first down. Maybe a little short. Yes, it is. 2nd and inches coming. That's somehow you get those easy completions right there. And I don't know if you've been reading the stats, but Namey's up there in catches. I believe he's top 3 in the league. Wide receiver, tight end, halfback, whatever you want to call it. He's been getting those catches really nicely. Quick pitch in, and it's gonna be a drop. And there goes another bot player, messing up a little bit of the stride, but 3rd and inches, definitely achievable. I wouldn't call it 4 down territory quite yet. Only down 4 points. I think you could live to go to the defensive side if it was to come that way.
Mike, 56.
But they may run this ball right here looking for the first, and he is going to get it, cutting through a couple of defensive players and getting tripped up at the 45-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming.
Go, let's do this.
Looks like I got tripped over on number 89. But the drive shall continue here for St. Louis. All they need is a touchdown, and they could take the lead.
56 the mic, boys.
Pittsburgh trying to slow him down. Looking for the pass again. Left side and caught by Namey. And they keep leaving Namey open right there. It's going to be 2nd and 3.
Get him, boys. Get him, boys.
Set up. 19, Tiger, 19. Hut up.
Double dog. That's the way. Mike's 56. 56.
Pitching it again is Montaigne and caught. There goes Kevin Lee, I believe, but he's going to get an extra 15. Mitchell Lott got caught with the face mask, homie. You can't do that, player. That's going to take him to the 12 now. St. Louis is sitting pretty now.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
I go.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Passing it again and trying to find Tavia not to be. Is going to be 2nd and 10.
Ready? Bravo 80.
Watch the pass. 56.
Hand off to Namey. Bounces off and going to get dragged down. It's going to be another 3rd down and long situation here. And now Pittsburgh has a chance to hold them to 3 field goals.
Yeah, baby.
And in theory, Pittsburgh can win this game 10-9. So it's not outside of the realm of possibility here. St. Louis has to step up here. But will they do it? Quick pitch is going to be caught, turning up field, and he's going to get stopped short. not to be is going to be 4th and 1. Will St. Louis keep their offense on the field is the question. I mean, 4th and 1 is a lot easier to convert than 4th and 10. So if they want to make that possible, they can do it. And they will keep their offense on the field. Pittsburgh's looking for the stop. Big play coming. And they are going to hand it off, and it's going to bust into the end zone. There goes Namey. Hit him with the bow real quick, and that's going to give St. Louis the 2-point lead. On 4th down 2, but Pittsburgh has a chance to retort as well. If they could get their offense rolling, perhaps they could tie the ball game up. You never know what can happen until it happens. You know how we do. Kick is up. The kick is going to be good. A 10-play, 61-yard drive goes great for St. Louis. But Pittsburgh, they still have some time. They got their timeouts. Can they get the job done in clutch time, crunch time, whatever you want to call it? They're trying to do something special here on the road, and this is definitely one of their best chances of getting a victory so far this season. Holding St. Louis to 1 touchdown, potentially 1 touchdown, is definitely a way you could secure the victory. 8 minutes, 17 seconds left on the play clock. But can they get the shots? And to send this one away, Micah is going to return this one, looking for a lane, and he's going to run right into a defensive player at the 20-yard line. They got about 50 yards to get in position to tie, and they got 80 to take the lead. Or will it fall somewhere in between and they get nothing? That's got to be a question that we ask here. And you gotta imagine they gotta start passing some of these deep passes, but they're gonna try the short one. There goes the homie Johnson with the good gainer to start. Make that a gain of 8.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Pittsburgh has the time. They have to execute if they want to win. Short drop back, looking for a man to pass it to is Carr. Taking off the run a little bit, and it looks like he's going to set up a first down a little bit more, just going to slide it down. The rookie's got a little bit of juice in those legs. He'll take the first down, though. Didn't want to risk it for that biscuit with the pass. I honestly don't blame him, because this drive is very critical and their chances to get their first win. Got to be on your bases. Going to pass it again. It's Carr stepping back a little bit. He's got a little juice, I told you, and he's going to try to get the first. Sheds off one, reaching out, and I think he's going to be a little short. They're actually going to give him the first. He did his own Statue of Liberty for the first down. I didn't see it at the last second. He tried to slide, seen that, and he did a little bit of he did a mini Statue of Liberty right there. Down to the 44-yard line. Got him off sides. Free play again. Looking, and it's going to be caught, but it's going to be a short gain, so they'll just take the penalty yards, stop the clock. Can't be mad at that. It's going to be 1st and 5 coming.
All day, baby, all day. Ready up.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check, 59.
Check go.
Watch the run. Mike's 59.
Gonna pass it again. Left side, and then some coverage, but had a man over there. Could not complete the pass, though. It's going to be 2nd and 5 coming.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. He's tired of me. He's tired of me.
Passing it again is Carr, looking left side and caught. First down, a little bit more past the 40, right at the 40, actually. A big play. And Pittsburgh is on the move here. I'm trying to tell you, Pittsburgh's got a lot of heart. Looks like Johnson with another big game for this Pittsburgh team.
Cougar 19.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
I got him.
Mike's 5'9".
Passing it again is Carr, looking for a man. Going to take off the run a little bit. He's got a little juice, and it's going to get deflected there by Preston Dotson. He said, "Not in my house." He tried the deep pass there, and he seen the vertical leap there of number 23. That was definitely one of the coldest defensive plays I've seen from a safety all season long. And you never know where that pass was going to go. Going to pass it again. It's Carr. Quick pitch left side. Going to be caught. Cuts upfield by Johnson. And it's going to be 3rd down and 6. And you have to imagine this will be 4th down territory here. You don't want to give it back up to St. Louis. You want to see if you could get as close as you can. See if you could tie the football game up at the very least. But a big play on 3rd down. Almost got him off sides. Not to beat. 4.5 minutes left. Passing it again, looking for a lane, and it's going to be deflected. Actually, went off of the receiver's back, and he had 2 in that area, so that is just bad luck. I definitely go for it here. I wouldn't want to risk St. Louis taking time off the clock, but they think otherwise. Maybe they can see if they could get a pin and a stop. But it is going to go inside the 10, and it's going to get that Pittsburgh bounce inside the 10 to the 8. So if they could get a quick stop here, they could find their way into the mix to see if they could get some better field position on the second time out. But their biggest competitor will be number 26 from here on out, more than likely. I take that back. Number 8 says she wants to get in the mix too. She's going to take off and run. And she got the first down. Maybe a little short there. Yes, it is. Second and inches coming up. And you got to watch out for her. She's got some spring legs in her older frame. She's got a little bit older. She's been here since season 1. She knows what to do with it when she's got the football.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Tighten up.
Not quite the first down there, but they're going to juke, and it's going to get the first down as Namey burns some more clock, if you will. St. Louis trying to close this one out before it gets too crazy. That juke move was just enough to help them get that first down as we hit the final 3 minutes of this ball game.
56, right there, 56.
Check right.
And they're going to hand it off, stretch to the right side. Beautiful blocking to give Namey the edge, and it's going to get hit out of bounds there after the gain of 8.
Yeah, baby.
It does stop the clock, but really doesn't matter if they could get the first down in the next couple of plays.
Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
I got you, son. I got you.
Hand off again, looking for a lane. Gonna get juked up and gonna get the first down. Namey with 59 yards on the ground. That's got the touchdown as we move to the final 2.5 minutes of this ball game. They're looking for that block shed from the defensive line. Could not quite get it.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Here we go. Twist. Watch the twist.
And they'll let it drip to the 2-minute warning. Why not? Make sure that Pittsburgh doesn't have a chance to use it. St. Louis has the ball, 1st and 10, and Pittsburgh is going to have to start calling timeouts from here on out.
56. Mike's 56. I'm coming after you.
Gonna send the tight end there in motion. Gonna hand it off here. A decent enough lane, but slowed down. And Pittsburgh will call the timeout on the successful play. I think they got around 2 on that. Actually make that 3. 2nd and 7. Colt Wetzel with the tackle. They need to do that a couple more times.
the mic. I'm gonna come back to you.
They're going to hand it off again, looking for a lane, trying to get stopped. Pittsburgh makes the stop. Another short gain. Pittsburgh, they have one more chance here. 3rd and 5. Their goal is to hold them to 4 or less yards on this particular play.
Mike, right there, 56. I'm coming.
And they're going to pass it this time around. Going to pass it to Namey. He's got a lot of blockers up front, and that should close the deal. No more timeouts here for Pittsburgh. That should close this one up. A solid game, I must say, by both teams. A little bit dicey in spots, don't get me wrong, but Pittsburgh, they came out to play. They just could not get the stops when they needed to. A little bit of a story of the game, of the season as a whole for Pittsburgh. But St. Louis is going to move to 4-3 on the season. Looking to take this up a notch. They're trying to get into the playoff mode down the road, and this is definitely a one that'll help them do that. Pittsburgh appears to be going 0-7 on the season,
Watch the shift. 3 down.
and they'll more than likely run the football again. Yes, they will. Give it to him. Trying to rip it out, and he's not going to be able to do it. It's going to make it 3rd and 11. I thought that was what was going to happen. He was going to try to rip that ball out, but I think the other defensive player stopped that from happening.
Let's go now, Mike. 70 Lions.
Final 30 seconds here. They're just going to kneel it out one more time.
56. Mike's 56.
And we'll talk about the second game coming up pretty soon on YouTube as well. That'll be up tomorrow, so make sure you watch out for this one. It's going to be Dallas heading to Charlotte, North Carolina. It's supposed to be a rainy game too. So both of these teams looking to get another victory on the season. Dallas looking to bounce back. Charlotte is undefeated. We got to see which one comes into fruition. And it looks like they're going to punt it, and it's not going to be doing them any good. There is going to be final score 13-10 in favor of the homies in St. Louis. Let me go ahead and flip back to the stats so you can see what's happening. But a great game overall, I must say. Pittsburgh, they showed out. They just could not get the stops like they needed to. See if we could check out the stats real quick. Let's start with the team stats. 305 to 261 in regards to total offense. The run game on both sides was pretty decent. Nothing too crazy. First down, 17 to 15 in favor of St. Louis. Looks like St. Louis got that turnover earlier. I believe it was a fumble, and Pittsburgh was the one that picked it up. They couldn't quite take advantage of it, but an overall great job overall there. Possession time looks like it was pretty balanced all the way through. Looks like Pittsburgh only had one more minute than the homies in St. Louis. Checking into the stats here. Rebecca Montaigne, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but a respectable 65% completion percentage. Jim Carr, he did throw a touchdown, so great job from him, but the completion percentage was not that great, 54%. Looking at the longest pass was 23 there by Montaigne. We'll check out the rushing side here. Both running backs under 5 yards a carry, Mike and Namey. But Namey did get the game-winning touchdown in the fourth quarter, so I'm sure he'll take it. Receiving wise for the homies in St. Louis, let's check it out. Looks like Namey once again led the way, 8 catches, 59 yards. Enzo Tavian came through with 6 for 77. Kevin Lee 5 for 58, and that's all of the users there. I'll go ahead and scroll over. Looks like the longest catch went to Tavian, and that was a really big play that got him inside the 10 as well, so good job from him. Let me go ahead and go to the Pittsburgh side of things. Looks like the user player that had the most was Mike with 5 for 48. Corbian Crimson and Tidwell Jr. both had a catch. Isaiah Fowler had 2. We got to see if they can find ways to get them more involved in the offense. I think they just need to get a depth chart change, and they could definitely see if they could round this one out a little bit. defensively, let's check it out. CJ Bird with 10 tackles on the day. He led the way there for the homies of Pittsburgh. Looks like Ziegler and Heavy D were the ones that had the sacks there. So good job from them. And I'll go ahead and scroll over just to make sure I got everybody. Looks like Heavy D had the pass deflection as well, along with Colt Wetzel. And there isn't too much else, I believe, from either of the other players. Good job from there. And just going over the tackles, looks like Raquina had 3. I see John Fowler with 3. Deuce Hyde, that's a bot player, he had 3. Heavy D had 4. Gus Pack and Todd Ziegler also had 4. Now for St. Louis, the user player that led in tackles is Preston Dotson. 7 tackles. He had a pass deflection, I believe, but they did not count it. Of course they didn't count it. One of the greatest plays I've seen from him, and of course they don't count it. That's crazy. But regardless of that, a Rock Blazer had a couple deflections, I believe, or did they count those? They did. So they count the almost interceptions, but not the one where he just went up and swatted out the air. That's crazy. But great game from Rock Blazer. Gun Marabic adding in 5 catches on 5 tackles on the day. Good job. Biff Markham had 4. Leva had 3, along with Stevie Glades, Blaze Baxter with 2. And that's all the users there. Checking the other side just to make sure we got everybody. Let's see. Yeah, Rock Blazer with 2, and that looks to be about it. Don't see anything else too pertinent there. Kicking wise, let's check on the kickers here. See what they do. Looks like only 1 missed field goal, and looking back on the game, it was a pretty big one. It could have kept them at a tie ball game. We would still be playing if everything turned out how it's supposed to, but extra points, they both made their extra points, and it looks like let me see. Yeah, it was inside the 22. It was a chip shot, so Anita kind of fell through on that one. 2 touchbacks apiece from these kickers. Punting wise, decent enough punting by both these players. A little bit over 29 on that side. Kick return wise, there wasn't a lot of them. There was a lot of touchbacks in this one, but they both averaged 24 or more in the return game when they did, and both of them averaged above 2 in regards to punt returns. So we'll go ahead and close this one out here. We'll go ahead and set up for Dallas and Charlotte in the next ball game, so make sure you look out for that one. It's going to be coming up on Friday, so make sure you look out. It's your boy Stacks. We out here again. Show some love. Head to the links down in the description, and let's go ahead and get this money.